Darla here, everyone, and I'm super excited to bring you this interview of my good friend Dee, who I've known just over a year, and her story's pretty incredible. And I want to kind of bring it full circle and paint a picture for you on what's happened in her life over the past 12 or 13 months. And so, Dee, your traditional background on a daily basis is a dental hygienist. For how many years?
10 years for dental hygiene, yes.
For 10 years. So she's been in people's mouths for 10 years. And so Dee is a good friend of my good friend, Jennifer Davis. And one day, Jennifer Davis sent Dee a card. What card was that? Do you even remember?
We were roller skating together, and she just sent me a card that had our pictures on it.
And what happened when you got that card? How did it make you feel?
When I got the card, I thought it was kind of cool that that it had my picture on it, and her and I were there, and she captured a moment. But what got me most was these delicious brownies that were sent in the card. So I ended up calling her, and I was like, these brownies are amazing. Can I get some more? So she sent me another card, but this time a bigger card with more, more pictures of us and the brownies, and I fell in love with that.
Awesome. And then where did that lead? I know that I want to paint a picture to the audience here of the power of a single card and what it can happen and where it can lead to through people's lives. And so what did you end up doing with that feeling?
Yeah. So with that feeling, I ended up asking if I could send it to my family. I wanted to be able to bring that connection, what I felt and I received in my heart. I wanted to share that with others. Not on the business side of it. I just wanted to share that feeling that I received. And I asked her how I could to send a card the way she did, and she gave me the information. And from that point forward, I knew that was something that I needed as a part of my life, because not so much of how I felt when I was having these cards created, but the feelings and the calls that I received from the recipients of my cards, like my aunt, floored me. People were crying and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you sent me this card. And I'm like, it didn't take me that long to do. It's really so easy. But the feeling that they had created more of a connection, because I'm not really nearby all of my family members and friends. And it turned from just people being regular friends and passing to them actually having a real relationship with me.
Excellent. And then from there, it leaked and bled over into your business. And how did that happen? Into your dental business?
So, which is interesting. Once I started receiving the feeling back from my friends and family, I've always been the type of person to make some type of connection with my patients. That's what keeps me in my business. It's not their mouth. It's their person. It's their heart. And so I was talking to a patient, and she was going through something, and I thought, maybe I should send her a card. So I took a snapshot of her. She just looked nice that day. And I knew that that's something I can implement with cards, because you can make them very personalized. So I sent her a card, but even before it received to her, I thought, this is amazing. I can really use this in my dental office. I can use this with patients. So I mentioned it to the doctor, and, like any doctors who are really busy, they, just kind of said, well, we'll see. Well, when we got the response back from my patient, it was game changing for him. He was like, tell me more about these cards. So from that point forward, we implemented it into the office, into the system. We were able to change things a little bit of how we actually do relationship marketing, more heavily on the relationship side and less on the marketing. My doctor spends thousands and thousands of dollars on marketing techniques in his dental office. But this has gotten us to a point where we don't do any other marketing except for personalized greeting cards.
It gave me chills on my arm.
True. So
I didn't know that it had come that far, that you guys are doing no other marketing.
Yes, no other marketing at all.
What are some of the responses and some of the things that it's done for business?
Well, firstly, what we're doing, because what we used to do is we used to send welcome packet, like a welcome package to our patient. When you think of welcome package, you think it's something amazing, right? No, this had forms, it had insurance information, policies, guidelines, what you can do, what you cannot do at our office, that type of thing, right? So it was really about us. So what we've done is we still send the necessary information, but we also will send a welcome card, and that one's about them. So that makes it a little bit different. We have our personal picture in there. It's like a little family portrait of our office. And so for their first connection, we start to make it about them. When they come into the office, we also send them a thank you for coming to our office, or thank you for having this particular service. On top of that, we take it further than that. We now innately listen to our patient, looking for reasons how we can be able to love on them by means of if we're celebrating something in their life, if they're celebrating something in their life, we want to celebrate it with them. Sometimes our patients have been with us for 20 plus years and we've never said, thank you for being our patient for 20 plus years, right? So we'll send them happy anniversary cards. Basically, it's happy anniversary that you're still married to us, right? Also, we'll, like if they're having a baby or something like that.
You have some samples?
Yes. Yeah, we'll send a card for, the new arrival and, welcoming them, and it has our office on the back and that type of things. By sending them the card after the fact that they couldn't make it to their appointment today because her husband had back surgery, and they get a card for that. The fact that, right, they need to reschedule something in advance because their son is going to a championship, they get a card for that. So when you do those types of things and you change your transactions and your businesses and your services, your patients now become your friends. And that is what keeps us at top of mind. And so without us even having to ask for a referral, they can't wait to talk about us.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Well, I appreciate you so much. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and then we'll continue our conversation.